Coach, big game this week. Oregon at Penn State. It's the whiteout game.
Big.
You've coached in 4 of them. You're 3-1. If you were to coach in a 5th one, what would you change?
What a great question, and this place is real. You know, there's some that are pretty difficult to play in this. I think this is the most difficult stadium. I actually give it a 7-point favorite. The way you approach it with your players is critical. You don't want to de-emphasize it, and you don't want to overemphasize it. Here's what I mean. To go in, and I've done that before, say, don't worry about it. It's not that big. That's wrong. It is a big deal. Or to go into and say, you know what, this is really going to. The reality is the hot spots of the game are what you have to worry about. And here's what I mean. The crowd is into a frenzy. It's not the whole game, but there's spots where you better be right on. The number 1 spot, Jerry, is 3rd down. And so I would put those big speakers right behind our players, and we do 3rd down every day. Why? Because that's the most difficult time. That's when you see the crowd in a frenzy, and that's where communication is almost impossible. The second, when you jog the punt team on in that environment, communication and punt is critical. And when I was a punt block coach in Ohio Stadium or the Swamp, I would try to go after people because it's really impossible to communicate. So what do? You practice it almost every day with the big speakers right behind the punter. And then finally the field goal. Watch what happens if that right tackle or right tight end are late on the snap. And then second thing I want to talk to you about, this is really important. The obvious. How does the ball get back to the quarterback when you're in shotgun? There's 3 ways to do it. Number 1 is a clap. We were the first team to do the clap in 2005. You know what we found out? The clap doesn't work in that stadium.
Right.
It's too loud.
Right.
The second thing is you'd have the center look between his legs and the quarterback will kick his heel, and that means the snap's getting ready to come. The problem with the center not looking down is the defense has changed and the center's going to make the call. So about 5, 6, 7 years ago, the guard started turning back. The center's still making calls. So I imagine that's what you'll see with Oregon.
So how does all that impact Dan Lanning's offense?
Yeah, Oregon's a unique offense. Remember, they ran 5 deceptive plays in the first 27 against Oklahoma State. They also motion a lot. So we eliminated the motions where you had to have timing, and that's a jet sweep. I would see limited deceptive and limited motions by the University of Oregon.
You've played in a lot of different stadiums. You've coached in the SEC and the Big Ten, probably the most vocal stadiums. Toughest place to play, Penn State whiteout?
Yeah, I'd listed it one time. I think the LSU at night, place that you used to coach a couple hundred years ago, but that was a difficult place. But I actually moved Penn State as the most difficult place to play at night in the whiteout. And Dan Lanning's been around the world a few times now. He's been in the SEC. He's coached in some tough spots.
Sure.
I'm going to say this will be the most difficult environment he's ever coached in.